Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and we have a massive unboxing that I'm probably going to have to do in 2 parts. So this is part 1. But the Concept XL Goblin is up for pre-order right now. You can start the pre-order for like $60 down, and the delivery date on those I think is at the end of December. All you have to do is go to Marshall Noble's Instagram. So you'll get all your information there. I think the total price is like $189 or something like that, $198. It's something like that. Just go and check out Marshall Noble's Instagram to get your pre-order started. Let's get into this box. We have a lot of knives here, but I'll try to link Marshall Noble stuff in the description if I remember. Okay, this is the Off-Grid Rhino. Ooh, it's okay. The Off-Grid Rhino. I've seen this thing around. I've almost bought it a couple times. Let's check it out. Ooh, that flipper tab looks nice and comfortable. Woo-hoo! And it works really good. Oh, man. Now I know what everybody was talking about. Everybody's been telling me about these off-grid knives, especially since I checked out the Dark Horse or Dark Stallion. You know, this thing is awesome, and this really opened my eyes up to off-grid knives, but yeah, this thing's badass. I like this thing quite a bit. Oh, man. She's so smooth. And so they feel so solid. I love this blade shape. This blade shape is super, super useful, you know, for even just for regular push cuts, but the way the handle positions in your hand, you know, it makes you feel like you're cutting forward. It feels really good. Oh man, this thing, I can tell right now, I already like this thing a lot. Let me get to the next one because we have a lot to get into. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, looks like another off-grid knife. This is the Off-Grid Enforcer. Whew, that's a big dog. Same thing though, man. Super comfortable in the hand. Off-grid, I'll say one thing. They got their ergos down pat. Nice big glass breaker. Ooh, wow. I'll tell you what, if a glass breaker is going to work, it's going to be on this. And I say that because of the leverage you get in your handle. I feel like I could just drive this through the table right now and not slip a bit. This has so much gripping on it. The lock bar access isn't the best, but it's not horrifying, but it's not the best, but it's decent. It's not horrible. I like that I can get up really close to that, not like tight to the blade, but like you really get nestled up into this spot right there. So I can feel I could get a maximum amount of leverage into that cut. Nice, strong, yet not too overbuilt, or not overbuilt, but over robust in the blade geometry. It feels like it would cut pretty good also while being very, very tough. Awesome knife. Deep carry clip. I think both of these have been in D2. Yep, D2. Big hardware. Man, oh man. Inset pocket clip that is reversible. Holy cow, man. These guys are killing it. All right, next one. Man, I'm glad he put the notes in all these, so I got all the names and the information. All right, this is the Reptilian Scutum. It's a Russian knife. Wow, never seen these guys. I don't even know what this is. D2 steel, nice and comfortable in the hand. Feels like it needs a new edge. Ooh, the reverse flick wasn't that. Maybe I just need I don't like to get my first impressions off of one flick because, you know, with any knife, you kind of got to get the gist of it for a second. And once you do, then it's totally like reliable and feels really good. I don't like to just try to open a knife once and then judge it off of that. Very, very cool though. I think it's awesome getting to check these out, man, because I've never seen this company. I don't know the company, anything. I love the profile of it. Nice blade shape, nice handle, good access to the lock bar, good flipping action. Ooh, nice and drop shutty. Very smooth. thumb flick. Yeah, very, very cool. Awesome. Next one is the oh, I have one of these. Okay, the SENCUT snap. Awesome. Yeah, I had one of these. Very, very cool. The only thing my only complaint about this knife, because this is an awesome knife, I love to reverse flick it, but my one complaint is they need to cut the access to the lock better. No access to the lock bar. I mean, they pushed it out a little bit so like you can get to it, but it'd be so much better if they just gave you good access. I don't know what happened to Civivi this year with access to the lock bar, but all right, let's get to the next one. All right, the next one is the CRKT GDS. Ooh, I think I might have actually checked one of these out one time for like a second. GDS, oh, it's a Liang Ma design? Maybe I didn't. There was another CRKT that was in this pass around that I checked out. We have a hollow grind, no choil at all. Look at that. That's a Liang Ma thing right there. I don't know why he likes that. Maybe, I guess, here's a good, this is what I think maybe, is that if you do it like this, it'll always be ugly. You know what I mean? Like, even after sharpening, it's still just going to be just as ugly as before. So, I mean, yes, you're going to hit this back here, but, you know, it's just going to be just as ugly. Nice action. I never knew Liang Ma did. Is this titanium? I never knew Liang Ma. Oh, no, it's not. Steel. It is steel. Steel pocket clip, too. Doesn't it look like a titanium milled pocket clip? That's steel. But I never knew he did any knives with CRKT. Now, the one thing I would say right off the bat, and I don't like to do this, but the handle feels smaller. It feels small. It feels short. The blade feels way bigger than the handle, if that makes sense. I don't know if it's the flipper tab pushing me back a little bit, but I feel like the blade is much longer than my grip itself. I can get a 4-finger grip, but because it gets narrow right here, I almost feel like I'm falling off. Not necessarily that that's bad or anything, it's just a feeling. I like the sound of it. Nice, cool sound. Good access to the lock bar. It is pretty smooth, not drop shutty or not fall shut action, but very smooth. Very cool. All right, next one is another CRKT. This is the, oh, maybe this is the one I checked out. I don't know, oh, this is titanium. The Jinx. At least it says it's titanium. Let me test it really quick. Yes. Yes, we have titanium. Ooh, very tight in the pivot. Ooh. I can feel that the pivot is incredibly too tight. Watch this. You guys can't feel what I'm feeling, but you might be able to see it when you see it like skipping a little bit. Right there, it's on the detent, but when it's like right there, it's tight, smooth, tight. That's the balls. They're compressed in the pivot, struggling to spin. So I'm guessing the pivot is very tight. I mean, I think if the pivot wasn't so tight, this flipping action would be better, but the flipping action feels slow. It feels like it's dragging. Like, look. Like, that's with me trying a little bit. Like, if I have to, like, flick it. But the ergos are very comfortable. Blade geometry is super thick. Like, look at this thing. This thing is stupid thick. No choil, lock stick. Oh, no lock bar insert. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we got some lock stick going on. That could probably be fixed, but ooh, I'm not. All right. Over travel stop is the pivot, and it does have a detent ramp. I noticed. And a cool looking pocket clip though. Looks like it'll function pretty good. I like how they put the cutout on the inside. There's a lot of cool things here, but you know, it's very interesting. But I can tell it could have, you know, it might just be used and stuff like that. Weird way they did that clip right there, right? They just put like a nub inside there. That's pretty cool. All right, let's get to the next one. Oh, in the note, he even says he was very disappointed with this knife. Okay, I can see why, but I would guess that this thing could be massively improved, by the way. I think that with some adjustments, this thing could definitely be improved. I don't know what the heck this thing is. What is this? Air Pro Fisher. All right, let me show you guys what I'm looking at right now. Not for use or disassembly. Atropos, a fisherman Russian. All right, I'm just gonna mess with it. Okay, so I can see I spin that. Ooh, okay. Oh yeah, I've seen one of these before. It's for food, for dinner, for eating. This would be your knife, and then this could be like for corn cob or to hold the meat, you know, and cut. Very cool. I wonder if there's more to it than this though. Or if this, it looks like it's good quality though. Look at this. We have micarta. Is that another? It's weird how they did that blade. Okay, so you can see the blade all the way down in there. Why did they? I'm confused on why they left this open right here. Maybe it has something to do with when it goes inside. I don't know. Why would they leave that open right there? I don't get that. Maybe there's something I'm not getting right now. Let me see something. Okay, wait. Oh. It turns into a machete. Okay, maybe I haven't seen one like this. Okay, it turns into basically an open L. Okay, so okay, you push it all the way open like that, and then turn this, and it should lock it, but I'm struggling to lock it, but I'm not going to sit here and mess with it. But yeah, very cool. Now we have a big steak knife, right? This is pretty cool. Okay, I get it. I get it. That's awesome. And you go backwards to close it, like that. Now it's a small knife. That is pretty cool. All right, I get it. Very interesting. Okay. And then you go like this, and you lock it. Oh, I gotta lock this one in place too. So you lock that in place and this in place, and now it's back to, you know, transportation or a baton. Very cool. I like the gripping. It is definitely built very well. I can see it has very nice micarta. Cross-cut micarta right here too, or something like that. The camera's struggling to pick it up, but another strip of micarta right here. Very cool, man. This thing is well built. It says it's Russian. There might be other parts to it that I didn't get into. I don't think so though. I got that. Yeah, I think that's it. Very, very awesome. I'm so happy I got to check something like that out. Cool. All right, next. Whoa, what is this? This is another Reptilian knife. The Reptilian Tactical EDC NR. This is Russian. How do you open it? Do you two-hand it? Okay. I'm guessing the scales. Yeah. All right. Oh, wow. You swing it. That's cool. You didn't think I'd figure that out that quick, did you? Very cool. That's awesome. Very weird. I don't know what this is. It looks like some sort of, it's fake carbon fiber. So it's G10 with the fake carbon fiber overlay. We have a reversible deep carry inset clip that looks very, very functional. D2 steel, very drop shutty. That's cool. No blade play. A little bit of blade rock, just a little bit though. Not much. No blade play though. So what I'm testing is blade play would be side to side. Blade rock would be like this. You know, some people say lock rock, but the lock has to be rocking for lock rock. Blade rock would be the blade rocking back and forth. You know, the way you look at it like that when you're thinking of how do you call it, you know, or what do you call that? You know, just think about what is happening what is the problem? Is the blade rocking? If the blade's rocking, it's blade rock. If it's going side to side, it's blade play. You have play in your pivot. You just tighten it. Now, if the lock bar is moving a little bit, that's lock rock, because the lock is rocking. But very cool, very easy to use too, man. This thing's, I can see this thing being pretty fidgety. Very interesting. Let me look at this. Nice big stop pin. Very smooth. I almost thought like you just open it up like that, but then when I went to close it, you couldn't close it. Let me see something. Ooh, the blade rock went away. Okay. So it has the ability to get pretty tight, like in a good way, I mean, when it's locked open really strong. Okay, so when I do it like that, yeah, there's no blade rock at all. But then I can feel this is a little bit tighter. So I wonder, how does this thing work? I'm not going to get into it completely. I can see, if you look down in there, look at this lock bar thing. You can see that moves a little bit. So that moves. So right now it's going to lock in place underneath the tang. And then when I do this, I'm pulling it out. So this is hooked to a lock bar, or sorry, a stop pin. And the stop pin, I'm moving it right now from underneath or from behind the blade. And now the blade has a chance to swing free. I can't show it to you because when I let go, it's locked out of place, so it can't move. But you can see it move right there. See? Very cool. Very, very cool. Next one. Ooh, this is light. The Sandrin. Oh, yeah, I've seen these. The Sandrin Torino. It's a tungsten blade. So, theoretically, this is not steel, by the way. This is not steel. So, theoretically, this thing's blade edge retention should stay sharp forever. It is very sharp. I'll give it that. Very, very sharp from the factory. I'm guessing this is the factory. I'm not positive, but it looks very sharp, and it is very, very sharp, but it's very thin. You see how thin this blade is? So even though it's flat right here and the same thickness goes from here to here, then it has like a little Scandi grind down here. And then an edge bevel. So it has like it's weird how it's ground and how it's sharpened, but you can see this thing's gonna have good geometry, little bit of blade rock, a little bit, not much. And then how do you unlock it again? I think you pull this down. Yeah, you pull this down like that. Ooh, very smooth. Okay, very cool. That's interesting. Very fidgety. Cool pocket clip. FRN or something. Maybe this is G10. Yeah, this might be G10. But very, very light. And like I was saying, theoretically, you should never have to really sharpen this. I mean, maybe. I guess you could send it in and they'll sharpen it. But it's supposed to basically like be sharp forever. And then when it does get dull, I guess you just get a new one, or send it in and then they'll resharpen it, because this is going to be extremely difficult to sharpen. It's made out of tungsten. So that is a very, very hard material. So it's very interesting. You never have to worry about rusting, man. It's very, very smooth though. Listen to this. You can hear the detent pop from back here. And then very, very smooth. You definitely get very good fidget action on this. It kind of reminds me of, what it reminds me of? The Shark Lock, the AD20. That's what it reminds me of. This is exactly how this thing is performing, just like the AD20 Shark Lock. But yeah, very, very cool and super interesting. But yeah, it should never rust or anything like that. It should basically last forever as long as you don't hit anything hard with it. That's the thing. You don't want to hit anything hard with it. If you hit anything hard, then yes, you could damage it. Okay, we are at 20 minutes. I'm going to end it here, and we will continue for part 2. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.